So here is ISIG Insignia Systems. This finishes at $15.05 today. That is up 204.66%. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is CFVI, CF Acquisition Corp 6, or Rumble. This finishes at $12.70 today. That is up 6.72%. So this has been a very popular stock in the past week. This is the third day that we will be discussing this in a row. This stock was squeezing last week, and it appears like the squeeze is still on. So the reason why it was squeezing was because they announced a merger with Rumble, which is a conservative social media platform. And in addition to that, there was some good PR that they're going to partner with DWAC, which is Trump's SPAC. Social Truth, I think it's called. So a lot of catalysts and PR, and the apes are still all over it. So it still looks like it's in the middle of a squeeze here. Let's go ahead and analyze. So we do have a gap up at 980. So that is a bearish indicator. That is telling us the stock should come back down to 980 eventually to fill that gap. And that probably will happen in the relative short term. So right now this is sitting on the support of 1270, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be $14, $14.35, $14.55, and then the high of $15.50, which it hit today, the all-time high. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be $12.30, $11.90, $10.60, $10.35, $10.10, $10, $9.90, $9.80, $9.75, and then the low of $9.65. So right now, at this current price, $12.70, the channels to the upside and the downside are very wide. So expect a significant amount of price action either way this goes. However, if/when this comes back down to 10.10, the channel starts to narrow. So expect a significant decrease in price action if/when this comes back down to 10.10. The RSI is currently at 98, so that is extremely overbought and extremely overvalued. So be careful, guys. And this did 75 million in volume today. Very significant volume. Second biggest volume day ever for this stock, after Thursday when this initially started squeezing. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. Okay, guys, so it appears like we are still in the middle of a squeeze here. I predicted on Friday that this would probably keep running on Monday, which it did. At this point, the squeeze may not be over, but I do think it's coming to an end, or it's already over. I don't think there's too much more upside to go here. Don't hate me, guys. I'm just reading the chart. I know you apes love this stock, but I'm trying to be objective here. A lot of bearish indicators, gap up, very high RSI, high volume, no neutral indicators, and really the only bullish thing the stock has going for it is the strong social media sentiment, which will have to fade eventually. So just my opinion, not financial advice. If you want to go long, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. Not saying this won't keep on squeezing, it very well could, but it's just way too dangerous, way too risky for my liking at this point. Going long here would be a high risk, high reward play. It would be a straight up gamble. So it's not really an investment. I don't like it, but if you guys understand that you are gambling and you have the money to lose, then sure, I could support that. But just understand that it's very, very dangerous. And now if you want to go short, not financial advice, not the best, but seems like a pretty decent play. From this price, $12.70 down to $9.80, the gap, which it should fill in the relative short term here, that's over a 20% downside. So pretty good tendies. Not the most in the world, but relatively safe, I would say. Going short here would be a medium risk, medium reward play. Like I said, this can't keep on squeezing forever. So even if this does run to the upside in the short term, it's definitely coming back down pretty soon. So as long as you can sustain some losses here, if this keeps on squeezing, this should come back down to 980 to fill the gap. And it's going to go down just as fast as it went up. Not the greatest play in the world, but pretty decent play. I could support going short here. Please just cover at 980. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today. Consider taking profits if you're up. Not financial advice, but chart looks very, very bearish. Don't get too greedy, guys. Secure the gains. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is CFVI, CF Acquisition Corp 6, or Rumble. So here is ISIG Insignia Systems. This finishes at $15.05 today. That is up 204.66%. So this was a major runner today, trending on StockTwits. Huge squeeze here. Huge squeeze here. But there was a reason as to why this went up so much today. We did have some news. So let's check it out. So it says shares are trading higher after the company announced the commencement of a formal process to explore strategic options to maximize shareholder value, including potential merger or acquisition. So basically, the company said, we're going to try to pump the stock as much as we can. Strategic alternatives usually means they're either trying to merge, acquire, or get acquired. So that was great news to the apes. Great PR. They piled in here and squeezed the stock. And this is a very low float stock. It does 400,000 volume on average. So this stock is pretty easy to squeeze here. So let's go ahead and analyze here. So we do have a gap up at 570. So that is a bearish indicator. That is telling us this stock should come back down to 570 eventually to fill that gap. So right now this is sitting on the support of 1505, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 1571, which it hit today. That would be the all-time high. And if it breaks 1571, then it's onto the upside, onto uncharted territory, and the market will decide for itself what the stock is worth. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 1095, 1040, $10, 975, 950, 920, 890, 860, 845, 825, $8, 780, 760, 735, 705, 680, 665, 645, 620, 590, 570, 550, 520, 505, 490, and then the low of 475. So right now at this current price, 1505, the channels to the upside and the downside are very wide, so expect a significant amount of price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks $10 to the downside, the channel starts to narrow, so expect a significant decrease in price action if/when this breaks $10. RSI is currently at 86, so that is very overbought and very overvalued, so be careful, guys. And this did 83 million in volume today. Very significant volume. Biggest volume day ever for the stock by far. Like I said earlier, average volume is 400,000. So this squeeze today was confirmed by the volume. And in the aftermarket here, this is pulling back pretty significantly. This is down to 1320 at the time of recording. Bearish indicator there. That is a good sign that tomorrow will also pull back. Okay, guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. The TA here looks very bearish. High RSI, high volume, all-time high, gap up, and this is pulling back in the aftermarket here. A lot of bearish indicators, no neutral indicators, and the only thing bullish this has going for it right now is the social media sentiment. So that's just based on the TA. And aside from that, in my personal experience, when it comes to stocks like this, where the company announces that they're looking for strategic alternatives, it's usually a bunch of BS. Not always, but usually nothing comes out of it and the stock just goes right back down. So I'm not saying that's going to happen in this situation, but there's a very good chance it will. So personally, I do think this looks very bearish. It probably will pull back down to 570 to fill the gap and maybe even lower. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, I would not do that and I would not recommend that. The squeeze may not be over, but it certainly appears like it is. So going long is just way too risky for me. I don't like the play. But if you guys want to go long, same thing as the last stock, CFVI, going long here would be a straight up gamble. Going long would be a high risk, high reward play. I don't like it, but I could support it as long as you guys understand that you are gambling and you can lose a bit of money here. But yeah, way too risky for my liking. I don't like it, so I personally would not do that. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, looks like an excellent play to me here. From this current price, $15 down to $5.70, where the gap is, that's over a 60% downside. Huge downside potential. A lot of tendencies to be made to the downside. A lot of bearish indicators. So this looks like a pretty straightforward slam dunk short play to me. I would say going short here would be a medium risk, high reward play. Still has the potential to squeeze, but really can't go up too much further. And again, there's a lot of downside potential here. So the risk is definitely worth the reward here. Definitely worth a shot. And I can support going short here. As long as you guys can withstand a little bit more upside potential here, this looks like an easy short to me. Now, I will just say there is the possibility this actually does merge or acquires a company. I just think the chances of that is really low. And that's just going off my personal experience with all the companies that have announced strategic alternatives. So it may happen, but don't count on it. That's all I'm saying. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today. Consider taking profits if you're up. Not financial advice, but like I said, looks extremely bearish. Don't get too greedy, guys. Secure the gains. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is ISIG Insignia Systems. Okay, here is TACO, Del Taco Restaurants. This finishes at $12.51 today. That is up 66.14%. So this was also trending on StockTwits today. Major runner. So we shall talk about it. This one is going to be pretty quick. There's really no analysis to be done here because of the reason why this went up so much today. For those of you who don't know, Del Taco is like a wannabe Chipotle. But the reason why this went up so much today is because Jack in the Box made an offer to acquire Del Taco. So the offer is for $575 million, and they are offering $12.51 per share, which is literally the price right now. So yeah, the news came out, everyone jumped on it, and the stock is currently sitting at exactly where the offer is standing right now, $12.51. So TA does not really apply here because it appears like the offer will go through, and if it does, really it's only going to go up from here. This will probably trade around $12.50 for a while until this does officially get acquired, and then we can come back and reevaluate this. But at this point, there's really no reason to make any play on this. This probably is not going to move for a while here. It's probably going to sit around $12.50, like I said, until this gets acquired officially, and then we're going to start to see some price action again. So I guess if you believe in Del Taco long term, then sure, go ahead, buy in. Not financial advice, but it's probably not going to move for a while, and there's really no reason to go short here. Not yet, at least. So, yeah, not financial advice. I would say stay away from this one altogether unless you really do believe in Del Taco long term. But yeah, great PR. Probably going to merge with Jack in the Box. And congratulations to everyone who was holding Del Taco. You made some fat tendies today. So congratulations to everyone who made money on the stock today. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is TACO, Del Taco Restaurants. So here is ACET Adicet Bio. This finishes at $13.57 today. That is up 38.47%. So here's another stock that was trending on StockTwits today. But the reason why this went up so much today was because we had some news. So let's check it out. Shares are trading higher after the company announced interim data from its dose escalation phase 1 study evaluating the safety and tolerability of ADI-001. I believe they're studying non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So I'm not a medical professional. I really have no idea what all that mumbo-jumbo means. All I know is they had positive trial results, and the apes loved it. And in addition to that, we do have a price upgrade. Guggenheim upgrades to $33. So yeah, great PR. Apes loved it, and some institutions loved it. Everyone jumped in, piled in here, and stock goes up 38.5% today. Very nice. So let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, we have a gap up at 1040. So that is a bearish indicator. That is saying the stock should come back down to 1040 eventually to fill that gap. This also looks like a possible cup and handle. Top of the cup being 16 and the bottom being 625. If this is in fact a cup and handle, that would be a bearish indicator because the cup completed here, or almost completed, and it should pull back halfway between 16 and 625, which would approximately be $11. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 1375 and 1345. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 1375, 1405, 1445, 1480, 1505, 1545, 1575, 1605, 1635, 1675, 1715, and then the high of 1780. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 1345, 1320, 13, 1260, 1230, 12, 1170, 1140, 1095, 1075, 1040, 1005, 975, 935, $9, 870, 840, 815, 780, 760, 740, 720, 7, 680, 665, and then the low of 625. So right now at this current price, 1357, the channels to the upside and the downside are decently sized, so expect a good amount of price action either way this goes. The RSI is currently at 78, so that is overbought and overvalued, so be careful, guys. And this did 48.5 million in volume today. Very significant volume. Biggest volume day of the year. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. Yeah, average volume is 835,000, so not that hard to squeeze the stock here. So just my opinion, not financial advice. This stock probably will come back down to at least 1040 to fill the gap in the relative short term here. A lot of bearish indicators, gap up, high RSI, high volume, possible cup and handle, no neutral indicators, and the only thing bullish this has going for it is the social media sentiment. That will have to fade eventually. And I've seen this biotech stuff. They all generally follow the same pattern. They pump on great PR and then dump pretty hard after that. So I'm not saying that will happen here, but there's a good chance it will, just based on my experience with these biotechs. So this may keep on going in the relative short term here, the next couple of days. This does appear like it has a little bit more upside potential, but pretty soon, I think this is going to come back down to 1040, maybe even lower. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. You already missed your chance going long here. You missed the big pump today. This may keep on running to the upside, but at this point, going long would be a straight up gamble. It would be high risk, high reward. So I don't like the play. I wouldn't do it personally, but I could support it as long as you guys understand that you are gambling and you can lose your money here. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, looks like a pretty decent play. From this current price, 1357, down to the gap at 1040. That is over a 20% downside. Not the most downside potential, but pretty good downside potential there. Pretty good tendies to be made. Going short here would probably be a medium risk, medium reward play. Not the greatest in the world, but it should pull back down to 1040 eventually. So relatively safe. So I could support going short here. Just please cover at 1040. And again, there is still risk involved. This does have more upside potential, but as long as you're able to withstand a little bit of loss here, if this does keep on running to the upside, this should be a relatively easy 20+% here to the downside. So congratulations to everyone who made money on the stock today. Consider taking profits if you're up. Not financial advice, but again, looks extremely bearish in the short term here. So don't get too greedy, guys. Secure the gains. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is ACET Adicet Bio. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know. Diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.